Hi everybody, it's Kerrie Scroggins from KDS Insurance Services and Kerries Corner. I wanted to post a video today to give you a little bit of background into me, who I am and why I do what I do, why I make these videos available for people who probably aren't interested but who are consumers and who shop for insurance policies. So I just wanted to give you an FYI and introduce myself. I don't think that I've really ever done that. We just jumped into these videos. So I wanted to take a few minutes today and do just that. So I am located in Texas. My history is a very not normal history. I've had a wonderful life. I've lived the American dream, literally. My family moved to the United States in the late 60s for my dad so he could follow his dreams and follow his career path. He is a professional golfer and was very, very successful as a amateur in Australia. Won the Australian Open when he was very young. His father actually got him involved in golf because my grandfather had a car accident and lost an arm, and he was an avid golfer. And so he got my dad playing golf with him to help him continue to play golf because he only had one arm. So my dad was a natural, and everybody knew it immediately that he was a natural golfer and that he needed to pursue a career in professional golf. And so at the time, Australia didn't have a really big market, I should say, or a really big theater for golf. The United States was where you needed to go if you wanted to pursue golf as a career. So we moved to the United States with the goal of being here for 5 years. And that was the goal. That was what my dad and mom had talked about. That was their plan. And then it didn't happen that way. Like most things in life, things changed and opportunities came up. And so we've been in the United States since then, and we've never moved back to Australia. My dad had a very, very wonderful golf career. He was very successful as an amateur and as a professional. He also became a television commentator for NBC. He also was a golf course designer and has designed golf courses all over the world and has been extremely successful at it, and has given a second generation to golfers who ended up doing the same thing. They were golfers and then decided they were going to be golf course designers, which is what my dad did. And he was very successful at it, and I have lived a very blessed life around the PGA golf circuit, and my entire family has been blessed by golf. And so we live the American dream, and we became naturalized citizens. I'm in the process of doing that. My parents have done it. My older brother is American citizen, so my younger brother and I are in the process of becoming U.S. citizens. We've been permanent residents since the late 60s, and I'm very passionate about the United States. I'm very much a patriot. I believe in the United States. I believe in the Constitution, and I support it absolutely wholeheartedly. My children were born here. This is my home. I've been here a long time. My husband is an American. We have 3 children and we have 3 grandchildren. So the United States is my home, and I would defend her against all enemies, whether they're foreign or domestic. So I am very much looking forward to taking the oath of the U.S. citizenship, and I will publicly defend this republic and everything that it stands for. So we moved to Miami originally, and we were there for 8 years. And then because of Dad's travel schedule, he needed to be centrally located in the United States to make it easier for him to travel in the United States, but also internationally. And because of his architectural golf design company, we ended up relocating to Texas and to Houston. And we had a wonderful life in Houston. I grew up in Champions, which is a golfing community in Houston. And I experienced a wonderful, wonderful childhood and adolescence and high school years. And then I went on to Sam Houston State University. I was there for a little while and transferred to Texas A&M. And then I ended up at the University of Oklahoma, where my first husband and I settled while we were in school and finishing up school. And then I ended up moving back to the Houston area because it was home and it was what we were familiar with, and married. Unfortunately, ended up divorcing, but then remarried again. And my husband and I have been married almost 30 years now, and we have 3 children, Brian, Samantha, and Wayne. And then we have 3 grandchildren, Cohen, Isabel, and Remy. And they are absolutely the light of our lives. We absolutely love being grandparents. My husband and I moved to Arizona for 11 years. We moved there for health reasons. Myself and my youngest son both suffered from asthma. And then we moved back to North Texas. We were there for 8 years near the Fort Worth area in a small town called Weatherford, which we absolutely adored, which strangely enough had a high school mascot that was a kangaroo. Go figure, right? I'm an Australian and ended up in a small town that has a mascot as a kangaroo. That, I think, is a little bit of karma in God's hands in my life. I'm a Christian, and so I believe very much in there's nothing not planned, and I just found that very amazing to be in a small town where a high school mascot is a national symbol of my home country. So anyways, we lived there for 8 years, and then all of our children ended up back near Houston. My youngest son got married to Kate, and they settled in Houston, and my daughter married Josh, and they were in Houston, and they are out in Mont Belvieu. And our youngest son wanted to be in law enforcement, so he went to Sam Houston State University, one of the premier colleges for criminal justice, and he graduated there, and now he works in College Station as a probation officer. My oldest son, Brian, he's a paramedic, and my daughter is a nurse. So go figure, they're all in public service, and I'm very proud of all of them. They are remarkable children, and their children are remarkable, so I'm very proud of them. My career has been all around insurance. I was introduced to insurance at the University of Oklahoma, and my boss is one of my dearest friends. She was at the time a brand new State Farm agent, and so I went to work for her, and I fell in love with insurance. How can anybody fall in love with insurance? Well, it can change your life, and it can make substantial differences in your life. The reason that it affected me so much is there was a young couple that came in one day for life insurance, and the wife wanted it immediately, and we got her policy set up, and the husband was like, oh, I have it through work, let me just see. Well, ended up that man died and didn't have enough insurance for his family, and so the wife lost their house and ended up moving back in with the family. And so it profoundly affected me that life insurance could have changed the situation, could it end up letting her stay in her home and paying for her tiny little daughter's college education. Well, none of that was there. And so the life that she lived afterwards was harder than the life she could have had if he had done the life insurance and had done it at the same time. And that's affected me very profoundly. And so I realized in that moment just how important insurance is, how important life insurance is, and how it can affect your life, and how it can protect your life, and how it can protect your assets. And I'm very passionate about that. I want people to be protected, and I want them to have all of the things that they've worked for so hard in their life. I don't want some individual just coming along and trying to take it all away because they don't want to work for their lives, and they cause accidents and false claims and all of these things to take away the hard-earned assets that we all work hard for every single day. I don't want that to happen to anybody. I've seen it happen, and I don't want to see it happen ever again. So I'm very passionate about insurance and why I sell insurance, why it's important, and how it can protect your life, how it can protect your life now, and how it can protect your family's life when you're not here. So you may think it's boring. Most everybody does think it's boring. I don't, because I can see the value of it and how important it is. And so my job is to help protect the people that come into my agency, my friends, my family, because I don't want anybody to have to go through what I have seen go through and the after effects of what happens at the end of it. It's not nice. And so that's why I'm an insurance agent. I had an insurance agency up in Fort Worth for quite some time in Weatherford. And when my husband got transferred back to Houston, and my kids were all back here in Houston, it just made a logical decision for me to open an agency down here in Houston. So that's what I did. And I had it for almost 7 years. I worked for many carriers during my career before I became a business owner, and I worked for State Farm and Allstate. I was an Allstate agent for almost 3 years. And I've seen it, and I decided that what I wanted to do was have an agency where I had choices for my clients. So I became an independent agent. And what does that mean? Well, that means that I have choices for you. When I get a new client in, I check as many carriers as I can for the market direction that I'm going for, meaning you. And I get the best price. I get the best price with the best packages, and I search all of them. And then I present to you the most competitive option with the best benefits for you. So that's at new business. But then we do that at renewal. So if you get a renewal in and you don't like it, and as far as I'm concerned, anything over 5% is not an acceptable renewal, then you have choices. I have choices. So then I shop that for you. I shop your renewal, and I find a better carrier with better pricing and better coverages. So that's why I'm an independent agent, and I sell everything from all the personal lines of insurance, auto insurance, home insurance, motorcycle insurance, boat insurance, ATV insurance, anything on the personal side, scheduled personal property, that's jewelry and specialty items. I also am very passionate about commercial insurance because I don't feel like the average consumer is given the correct policies with the correct coverages. So I'm also very passionate about commercial insurance and can write any insurance. If I can't find it in my carriers, then I'll go out to the broker market and I'll find it. And so that's why I'm an independent agent. And that's why it is vitally important that you check your policies and you check your rates. We have to keep the carriers accountable. And the way we do that is by shopping rates. If we don't like them, then we move to another carrier. It's simple as that. I'm a consumer too. And I agree with your feelings that insurance companies are difficult. They are. I deal with it every single day, and I'm here to tell you it is different. It is difficult, and they are hard to deal with. And their job is to pay you $1 instead of $2. That is just hard, cold truth. That is the truth. And so my job is to be your spokesman and to help you in those situations. I can't actually influence or change the outcome of claims, but I can certainly help you with the process and make sure that you get what you should be getting and help you facilitate the communication between you and your claims department. So I'm an independent agent. So I decided when COVID came along, unfortunately, the wonderful employee that I had, Susan, could not continue to work from her home when COVID hit. And so I made the decision during COVID, because we weren't seeing clients and nobody could come in during COVID, that I was going to make my agency virtual. And because in today's world, you don't go see your insurance agent. 99% of the clients never see their insurance agent because everything is done electronically. Unless, of course, you are working in a kind of a cash market where you accept cash, which I don't do. Everything is done electronically. Everything is signed electronically. All of my quoting process is electronic. And so there is no need for bricks and mortar anymore. So the overhead costs for an agency, they're substantial. And so my decision was to go virtual. I have a virtual office and everything I do is virtual. I don't get clients in my agency because there's no need for clients to come into my agency. If you need to see me, I'll come to you. That is just the new world that we live in the insurance industry. And so COVID kind of pushed me to that direction, and I have a beautiful new office. Can't see all of it, but I have a beautiful new office. I have the state-of-the-art equipment. We can do video chats. We can do everything. And so the decision was made to go virtual. I have a home office that I work out of. I don't see anybody, I don't get clients here because there's no need for it. There's not. If you absolutely need to see me, then I will come to you, because that's what I would have done even if I had a bricks and mortar office. So that's kind of, my background, and I'm very passionate about it. I love what I do. I love my clients. I would love to get more clients, of course. That's what business is all about. Insurance is the same. My product is just an insurance policy versus a dress or whatever. And so I want to grow my business. And the way you grow your business is through referrals and marketing. And this is the new venue. This is the new marketing tool. YouTube and all of the other sites that are similar to YouTube, that's the new normal. And so I will continue to post these videos. I truly, when I say that I'm here to help you, I believe that is my mantra. I want to help you. And so KDS Insurance Services is all about choices. You will always have a choice in my agency and with me. That is my company motto, and I live by that, and I guarantee that. And then KDS Insurance Services is sort of my fun. My husband and I purchased a farmhouse in 2019. It was updated, but it still needed a lot of work. And so I'm very passionate about Farmhouse because it is Americana. It is the epitome of what the American fabric is all about. Homes and having your own home and having that downtime where you're with your family at dinner time and sitting around a dining room table and having conversations with your family and making a quilt, if you will, of your life. And farmhouses do that. I'm not saying other homes don't. I'm just very, very passionate about farmhouses and the history that comes with them. 100, 200 years, and I'm just very passionate about it. I collect antiques, and so I've had so many people ask me, well, how does your home look the way it does when you don't, hire anybody to do it? It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of investigation. I do everything on a budget. I try not to buy anything that's not absolutely brand new unless I absolutely have to. I love to antique. I love to update and bring back to life pieces that are part of the American history and not throw them away, but give them a new life. Pieces of furniture. And my family also, my boys are both in woodworking. My husband's extremely talented and he's part of the engineering industry. And so they are very capable of making things, and there's nothing more exciting than having a piece of furniture that is in your home that you see every day that your family has built for you. It just means the world to me. And so in this process of making my home what it is today, I've done some videos that have been posted on Living It Country. It's a great channel, and there are tons of farmhouses out there, including myself. And so I've just had so many people reach out to me and ask me, well, how do you do it? How do you do that? Why does that room look like that? How did you get it like that? How did you get that piece of furniture like that? And so I decided to open a fun business, if you will, and it's all about farmhouses. It's farmhouse decor and homemade pieces and inexpensive pieces that you would pay somewhere else, you know, triple and quadruple what the prices are going to be through my little business, Kerries Corner. And so it's all about farmhouse decor, farmhouse design. There's going to be custom made pieces. There's going to be custom consulting. If you have a room and you don't know what to do and you want some help, I'm going to make that available to you as well. So Kerries Corner, it's still in the beginning stages. We're still designing our website and we're still getting our inventory together. You know, those things don't just happen overnight. And so we're working on it. I'm hoping that we're up and running by September. My target date is Labor Day. So I'm hoping that we're there and we're running and up to date by then. My surgery has put a little bit of a kink in that schedule, just because I've had some pretty significant recovery that I have not been able to work and get those things done, as well as keep my business, my insurance agency, open and running for my current clients. But we'll get there. I promise we'll get there, and I promise you will not be disappointed. Kerries Corner is also a passion of mine. The name means so much to me. When I was very young, 7 or 8 years old, my mom had a company called Kerries Corner. And it was a hair salon when we lived in Miami, Florida. And she was unbelievably successful, which is not a surprise if you know my mom. And so in this process of coming up with this company, of course, that just made all the sense. It's my business and the namesake is after me. So Kerries Corner is second generation, which is a great thing. And I am so excited to get it going and running and helping you make your home a farmhouse and make it the way you want it, if you're passionate about farmhouses like I am. So my new building actually is almost complete. We're 99% of the way there. And so I'm hoping maybe this weekend to get that video filmed for you so you can see it, and I'll get it uploaded. But I did want to just kind of give you a little bit of background about me and why I do what I do and why it's so important for me to communicate and help you. If we don't help each other, then our country is gonna fall apart. We've got to get back to working with each other and communicating with each other and being nice to each other. So much has happened in the last 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, really a decade if you really think about it. And so we've got to get back to that point. We've got to get back to helping each other and making sure that we succeed and that we are working for what we earn, and that we're all successful. And so I am very passionate about helping you, my virtual neighbors, if you will, do that. So I will continue to post my videos from the insurance company, and then I'm going to start doing my videos from Kerries Corner. But I wanted to just take some time today and talk to you about me and why I do what I do and why I'm passionate about what I do and why I love the United States and I can't wait to be a U.S. citizen and vote, and how blessed I am to be in the greatest country in the world, to be able to do what I do. It is something that I don't take for granted, because there's so many people in our world that don't get to do what they want. And so it is a blessing, and we all need to understand that it is truly a blessing to live in the greatest country in the world that ever has been and ever will be. So anyways, that's me. I'm Kerrie Scroggins, and I'm the owner of KDS Insurance Services and Kerries Corner, and I really look forward to working with you. You can reach me at my office, 832-391-8271, or you can get me on my cell phone, 817-694-0053, or you can send me a message through YouTube. So please subscribe to my channel. It's all under Kerrie Devlin Scroggins, and you can send me messages there. But please like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I am just thrilled to be able to help you and to help get you where you want to be with your homes, and help you have the best place in the world to be, which is at home. So God bless. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week. I am looking forward to fall. It is soon here. Fall's my favorite time of year. I absolutely adore fall. It signals change, and change is always good. And it does come whether or not we want it to or not. So anyways, I hope the summer's great for you, the remaining days of summer, and I wish you many, many blessings, and I will see you in the next video. God bless. Have a great weekend.